What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Ball Hog event, brand new in NBA SuperCard. Y'all are gonna have to tell me, how do you like this event? And are you enjoying all these rewards? Are you gonna be able to get the event card? In this video, though, what I'm going to talk about for all those new players, the people that don't play WWE SuperCard, the people that have never played Giants Unleashed, the people that don't really know exactly what's going on here, I'm going to do a quick tutorial video. We just had a stream, obviously, on the day that it launched or the time that it launched, and we did stream. And so if you want to see it live in action, you're more than welcome to go check out that stream. I kind of explained some things in there, but this is going to be like a short, condensed version and all that stuff. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you think of this event? What do you think of the rewards and stuff? I love it. I like it. It's one of my favorites events over there, so of course it's going to be one of my favorites here. If you enjoyed the video, though, hit the thumbs up. Thanks for all the support, for all the people that came out to the stream. A lot of fun. My Twitch, my Twitter, my other YouTube page. All in the description. Also a link for memberships. Go check those out too. Alright, so let's get the basics out of the way. We're going to talk about gear first. These are pullable on the draft board. They are also available in the free packs. But I'm going to have to say, you do not really need these. They do help, but you don't necessarily need them. They do give small bonuses. But I don't ever typically use these over in WWE. I won't typically ever use them over in NBA SuperCard. But just to tell you what they are, the blue one, that's to give you bonus damage for blue arrows that match. It has to be a matching blue arrow, and you get 25% bonus. This is matching yellow arrows. They have to match, though. And then this is for 4 arrows that match in one round. So up, 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 up. Has to be all 4. 100% bonus, which is good. 25% bonus for 4 arrows that don't match. So if it's an up arrow, but you play right, down, down, left, it has to be all 4 of them, though. Not 1, not 2, not 3. Has to be all 4. Same with the matching one. Same with this green one. It has to be all 4. Abilities. That's just procs. If it activates, you get 100% bonus stat for damage. So that basically runs down the gear. And so you can play them, no doubt. You can play them, and if you do use them and they do activate, then they do help just a little bit. But I found they really don't matter all that much. So I don't typically use them. Anyways, let's get into a game. Let's get into a match. Here is where you are gonna add your gear. You can you can put 1, 2, 3. It doesn't really matter. Just for the sake of this video, let's say I'm putting in some, and I'm gonna put in a blue one, matching blue, yellow, matching yellow, and then green. All 4 have to be the same. If I do use the gear, I typically do a blue and a yellow at the same time. Now here it says a right arrow. Now, typically in the first round, what I do is either, obviously you're going to want to pick all the ones that are the matching arrows. So, the right arrow is a no-brainer. You definitely got to pick the right arrow. Now, the other arrows, though, are really the question where strategy comes in, luck comes in, and all that stuff. Since we have 2 left arrows right here, one of the plays could be that we use the rebounding and the playmaking. That gives 3 open spots to try to get more left arrows for when the left arrow comes up. It might not ever come up, but if it does, then at least we have a bigger chance of getting more left arrows as than we would if we just only pick the defense. The other strategy would be, well, just play the defense. And then the next arrow you get, no matter what, is going to be, you'll have at least one of those arrows, no matter what it is. So it kind of depends on, luck. It kind of depends on the strategy. It kind of depends on what you want to do. Typically what I do is after the first one, possibly the second one sometimes, I just go for broke. I try to get all the arrows that are the same, because to be honest, no matter what you do in this game, if you get 4 of a kind, 4 arrows that are the same in one round, that is better than any other possible choice that you could have. So if you play one game and did bad the first round, bad the second round, and then your third round you got 4 of a kind, then that overall score is going to be better than any other scenario that you can get without getting 4 of a kind. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got our left arrow, so we're going to click our 2 left ones. Now, here's the one thing you got to pay attention to. Over here on this left side down here, you see it says offense, defense, rebounding, playmaking. Well, the defense is already grayed out, which means that it already played the defense. Since it already played defense, that arrow, the right arrow, cannot be chosen anymore. So you might as well get rid of those cards, right? It doesn't hurt you to get rid of those cards. It doesn't really give you much of damage because it's minus 75 for the incorrect arrow, plus 25, plus 50, plus 75, plus 100 or plus 200 if you get all 4. So obviously the correct arrows increase, the bad arrows decrease. And so even though it does give you a little bit of damage, it doesn't hurt it, and you need to free open that spot for when you want to have offense and defense. So the only 2 for the third round is going to be either up or down. So since there's only 1 of each, I'm just going to leave it. Just going to leave it as up and down. I'll get at least 1 of them. So we'll just have to see which one I get, if I can get some more matching in these 3. We got down, we got down, we got down. Look at that. So we ended up with 3 downs. Now, during your last round, play all 4 cards every single time. It doesn't matter if they all don't match. It doesn't matter, play all 4 cards. All 4 cards. Now, just like with these bonuses right here, 25% bonus, because I have a matching yellow arrow. Has to be matching. In which case they pick down. All of these downs are matching. So that's the green one won't activate unless you get 4 of a kind. Has to be all 4. But anyways, last round you got 4 cards. You got to pick all 4 cards. And so I got 2 choices here for my 4th card. Pick the one with the bigger stats. The bigger stats do more damage, right? It only makes sense. It does more damage. So then we pick our last card. And then of course, the stats, the damage, and all that stuff is going to vary just depending on your deck. If you are Ami tier, or Onyx tier, or Diamond tier, or in my case, I'm Vortex tier, or if you're Spark tier, damage is based on card stats. So better card stats, more damage. Worse card stats, less damage. But the rules are typically going to be, the rules are typically going to apply to no matter what deck you have. And that's what I would do, no matter what. But there is another scenario in which a lot of people do, in which I do. Ball Hog defeated. Okay, we got a Goran Dragic, 26 million. Again, another gold. This is going to be typically another strategy that you use, which a lot of people use, especially people that are free to play, especially people that are concerned about how many games they play, because these games go by super quick. They go by super quick. The whole idea behind this particular strategy, so the last strategy was kind of just playing the percentages and getting as much as you can possibly do. And we did all right. We got over 2,000. It's a pretty good score. This particular strategy is going to be based on hoping and trying and planning that the last round, or the second round, I guess, for that matter, but typically it's going to be the last round, that the last round is a 4 of a kind, and that's what you play for every single time. It doesn't matter what's on the board. You get rid of everything that doesn't work for your 4 of a kind. And so since left is picked first, well, obviously that can't be the last one. So we're going to get rid of the lefts. Out of the remaining arrows, I have 2 downs and 1 of each of the other ones. So I'm going to go for broke on down, which means I get rid of everything else. And every round, I'm going to get rid of everything else. So no matter what is played, no matter what cards I have, I want down to be the last one, and I want it to give me some down arrows before then. Well, it didn't give me any that time. So we're going to get rid of everything else. Now, we had 1 up arrow. Yeah, that gave us some points. And we had 2 mismatched arrows. That, gave us some points. But we're really trying to get that last one as all 4 down. Now, in this particular case, it worked out. Except it didn't give us down for the arrow. That's going to happen quite often. But the plan is that you're going to try to get 4 of a kind every single time. And if you don't get it, force quit. That's it. You're going to still have that energy left over. You're not going to lose it. And so it doesn't count as a missed game. You're just going to restart it. You're going to retry it. And then, you know, hopefully keep doing that until you get the 4 of a kind. The only bad thing with this strategy is gears disappear. So if you use gears and you force quit, the gears disappear. So if you use your gears, then play the match out and then get the points you got. This is another reason why I don't use gears. Because if I have a really bad round, I just quit it. I just force quit. And it doesn't have to be this way when it comes to only 4 of a kind. If you're just playing the game and you have a bad round, then you can just force quit it anyway. Like, even if you're not trying to get 4 of a kind, if you just end up with a bad round and you're just playing normally, then just force quit it. Because these games go by so fast and you can use up so much energy of them that, you know, it doesn't really hurt all that much to just take 5 seconds and then just restart it. We're already through the game. We're on our 3rd round right now. We're trying to get that yellow arrow. Give me that up. We did it again. 2 games in a row. We get 4 of a kind. And we didn't get it in the arrow. So you force quit. Now, just for the fact that I'm doing a video, it's looking like it takes a little bit longer. But when you're sitting there, like, holding your phone and you're focused and you're pushing the buttons and you're doing all that stuff, it goes by super quick. It goes by super quick. Before we get into our last game, I want to mention a couple other things. One, these ball hogs give out 3 different types of rewards: a bronze pack, a silver pack, and a gold pack. The health or damage of the ball hog is going to depend on what pack it is: a bronze, a silver, or a gold. Now, you have to play one single match, at least one single match, in order to get the rewards for these ball hogs. So if you miss any ball hog and you were not awake, or you just weren't paying attention and the ball hog was up and defeated, you do not get the pack. So that's why it's very important. Pay attention. Make sure you battle at least one single time to get that pack. Your deck, right, left, down, up. This is auto determined, so you can't do anything about it. It's just going to auto fill it to whatever your best cards are for every single arrow. Let's do our last game. Hopefully all this stuff made sense. Let's go for broke. We're going to put in the green one. The green one is we get 100% bonus for matching cards. It doesn't happen very often, but sometimes it does work out like that. Most of the time I don't normally go for 4 of a kind because I just like get annoyed with resetting it over and over and over. Mostly what I do is I just play normal like we did in the first game and just reset it only when I get bad ones is typically what I do. So this one, we're going to kind of do both of them. We're going to try to go for 4 of a kind because I see we have 3 arrows right here. But we're also going to play it kind of smart too. And so I am going to just do this one. I'm just going to do this one. Because maybe I'll get it down. If I get it down, then I will use them both. And so that way, now I got both downs. And so it was kind of like more options. I knew that I had at least 3 of a kind. And so that would give me a pretty decent score. And I would have been happy if I still got it. But still, we fall into the scenario like we have the last 2. We need an up. We got the up. We didn't get a 4 of a kind, but the score is still pretty decent. And it's going to be over 1,500. And so I'm going to take that as a win. Anything around 1,500 or so, I would say, is a dub. For me, that might not be your score. As you're playing, you're going to know what your typical scores are. And and I would just, you know, have a general idea of what you think is acceptable as a decent hand, just depending on what you normally score. But same thing, we got 3 of a kind to finish with the up arrow. We have 2 cards left, an Onyx Pro and a Perimeter Pro. You want to use all 4 cards, guys. So be sure you put in that Perimeter Pro, even though you're getting minus 75% damage, yes. But it's still damage. It's still damage. The first card that always attacks is going to be the one that's not matching. And so we can see how much damage that minus 75 is. 56 damage. That's it. 56 damage. It always attacks in the order of non-matching and then matching. And so it goes together. So if you have 2 that are not matching and 2 that are matching, then the 2 that are not matching will attack first. Just so you can kind of get a general idea of what the scores are. And then the second part is always the matching. They all attack at the same time. So it's like 2 attacks. 1 attack non-matching, 1 attack matching. We got 61,000 right now. I guess we didn't quite make 1,500. That's still an acceptable score for me. But yeah, basically that's the gist of Ball Hog. That's how Ball Hog works. It really just takes a little bit of practice to getting used to, and a little bit of practice of getting used to, you know, what score is good enough for you to keep, and then which score you just want to reset and then try again. And then don't forget to attack every single Ball Hog so you can get those packs. Packs are flying through. Ball Hogs are dying quick. You want to get as many packs as possible. The packs look really good. I wouldn't necessarily worry about gear. You can use gear every single time, but if you use gear, don't reset it, because it unless it's really bad. But gear doesn't go back into your inventory. You get gear from packs and from the board. They don't count as resets, so don't worry about resetting and it counting as like your tier reset or anything like that. It does not. I think that's about it. Rewards, as far as the milestones go, you had to be Spark tier in order to get the event card. I am only Vortex, and so all I could get is the Bernard King Spark card, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. It wouldn't have mattered, because even if it did let me get it, I wouldn't be able to get it in either Court Domination or Gauntlet, because my decks aren't good enough in either one of those game modes. We're just going to have to keep grinding. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks everybody that came out to the stream. Definitely much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, hit the sub button, hit that like button. Go check out the memberships if you want to support the channel that way. I appreciate everybody's support. And hopefully y'all have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. It is Halloween, so y'all be careful. And hopefully I see y'all again soon. I'll talk to y'all later. I am out. Happy Halloween, guys. Peace.